Wednesday, September 20th, 2023 at 6:30 PM. Roll call, please.
Mayor Vaticius?
Here.
Vice Mayor Lunt?
Here.
Commissioner Eisner?
Here.
Commissioner Kulyas?
Here.
Commissioner Kulianis?
Here.
Agenda 1 is item 1 is Resolution 2023-32. Ms. Jacobs, if you could read that by title, please.
This will be read in its entirety. Resolution,
Read it in its entirety if that's what the procedure calls for.
Resolution 2023-32. A resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, adopting the final millage rate for tax year 2023. Whereas a public hearing was held on September 20, 2023 at 6:30 PM to adopt the final millage rate. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, that one, the ad valorem millage rate for tax year 2023 of the City of Tarpon Springs is hereby established at 5.3700, a 9.94% increase over the rollback rate of 4.8847. Two, the city staff is hereby directed to notify all pertinent governmental agencies of the provisions hereof as required by law. That is the reading of Resolution 2023-32 in its entirety.
Okay. Mr. Herring.
Good evening, Mayor and Commissioners. Ron Herring, Finance Director. Florida Statute 200.065 sets the procedures for the adoption of the millage rate and budget. The final millage rate must be approved before the final budget. The final millage rate for tax year 2023 is 5.37, the same as the previous year. The final millage rate of 5.37 is 9.94% above the rollback rate of 4.8847. The rollback rate is the rate that would provide the same dollar amount of revenues as the previous year. The increase over the rollback rate is being used to fund personnel and operating costs, and that is a required discussion on the final millage rate.
Mr. Smith, you got any comments? You're the only person in the audience. Commissioners, you have any comments? If not, I'd like to have a motion to approve in a second.
So moved. Second.
Roll call, please.
Commissioner Kulianis?
Yes.
Commissioner Kulyas?
Yes.
Commissioner Eisner?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lunt?
Yes.
Mayor Vaticius?
Yes. Resolution 2023-33, adopting the final budget for fiscal year 2023-2024. Ms. Jacobs, please.
Resolution 2023-33, a resolution of the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, adopting the final budget for fiscal year 2023-2024. Whereas a public hearing was held on September 20th, 2023 at 6:30 PM to adopt the final budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the Board of Commissioners of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, that one, the City of Tarpon Springs annual budget for fiscal year 2023-24 is hereby finally adopted. Two, the city staff is hereby directed to notify all pertinent governmental agencies of the provisions hereof as required by law. That is the reading of Resolution 2023-33 in its entirety.
Okay. Mr. Herring.
Yes, the final budget for fiscal year 2024 for the city is $76,422,791, an increase of $736,488, or 1% over the adopted budget for fiscal year 2023. The majority of the increase is related to the increase in operating expenditures, and that is the required discussion on the budget.
Okay. Are there any commission comments? I have one. Mr. Herring, what are the charter officials' raises for this year?
Charter official raises?
Yes.
We have nothing in
Is
there.
it 5%?
Well, we have funded 5%, yes.
They're funded at 5%?
Yes.
And that's what each charter official would get?
Yes, that's the
Okay.
funding mechanism.
I might go out on a limb a little bit tonight. Is there any interest in reducing the city manager's pay raise? I wasn't happy last night. I think communication's an issue, and I think some of our arguments are as a result of that communication. And quite frankly, I'm not going to be just a hypocrite any longer and just kind of continue on as we've done as if there's nothing wrong and continue talking about replacing, whether he resigns or retires or whatever, gets terminated, just go along with giving everybody full raises like we've done in the past years. Is there any interest in doing that?
So I would do a motion to keep his salary the way it is. and not increase it 5%, because I wasn't happy with last night as well.
All right. Is there any other comments? Would y'all like to make a motion? We'll see if there's a second.
Well, I'm making a motion of just keeping it, the salary the way it is and not doing an increase.
Is there a second? Okay, motion dies. Thank you, Commissioner Eisner. If there's no other questions or comments, roll call.
We had the motion died for a lack of a second.
Yes, that one does. We didn't get a motion to approve yet. May I have a motion to approve Resolution 2023-33 as it was read by Ms. Jacobs?
Motion to approve Resolution 2023-33.
Okay,
I'll second.
roll call.
Commissioner Kulianis?
Here, yes.
Commissioner Kulyas?
Yes.
Commissioner Eisner?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Lunt?
Yes.
Mayor Vaticius?
Yes. Is there any comments from any commissioner before we adjourn this session, special session?
Yeah, Mayor, I understand the situation was intense yesterday, but we have to try to put this stuff to the side. And I understand, you know,
Respectfully, Commissioner Kulyas, I'm just going to basically say it the way it is in the future. And I appreciate your comments as well, and I want my comments respected as too. I've been kind of like the moderate individual as far as just moving the conversation along without having a whole lot say about it. I get pretty much criticized for certain things that I put on the budget. I mean, on the on the agenda. I don't think it's fair. It's my right to do that. It's my right to say what I've got to say. And I'm just going to be done with that from now on.
sure, but
And I'm also going to be a little more accountable as far as hearing conversations here at the dais, and it applies to only just a small group, maybe the commissioners, and it doesn't apply to the rest of the staff. So that's how I feel about it. I think we've got an excellent staff, and as I said last night, I just think that if we're continuing to talk about changing city managers, I don't understand why we keep giving people full raises and we still have that conversation. That's what I asked last night. And it seems like there's still an interest in that, whether it's retiring or whatever. And so I thank you for your comments.
yeah, I'm going to continue still. And I mean, just the fact of cost of living has gone up too. And I understand. I just don't want the last second stuff. This could have all been brought up before if it was that big of an issue. And we need a couple days to let things settle down. We all got to try to do our best. We all take our turns in having our excitement. And I just hope that we can move forward, because I plan on having a very easy holiday season as it comes, you know, to bring community enthusiasm and support. And I hope this doesn't keep continuing, you know, so that's all I can say.
No, I appreciate that. The point I want to make is that I keep hearing, we need to put this behind us. We need to do this. And yet there's these little barbs on the side of, you know, I don't even know why this is on the agenda, or why can't you let this go? And those are inciting comments. So when we start basically preaching, doing what we preach, I think then I'll start getting a little more calm. But I've reached my limit as far as some of the nonsense and some of the shallow and empty comments that are said that we all want to get along, and then we keep making these like comments towards each other.
Well, you're right, but you know what we need to do? We need to all look in the mirror and look at ourselves first. Because when we all take the time to bring up issues, some of us on this board don't come forward with it and at least call it like it is. And we all live on this one-way road, but the minute we make it a two-way street, it becomes an issue. So like I said, let's all look ourselves in the mirror first, and that's frank. We all need to get it out there, but have this type of energy to go the way it's gonna go, it's just not gonna go in a great direction, and city staff sees this.
I understand. I'm okay. I'm just telling you how I feel about it and what I saw last night, and I've seen that before in previous meetings. And we just keep talking about getting along, and then these barbs keep coming out. So, did we do roll call yet?
Yes, on the resolution.
And we passed the resolution?
That's
Okay, and I
correct.
asked for commission comments. If there's nothing else, yes, Commissioner.
I want to read everybody's review of Mark. I don't pull punches, and I spoke to Mark about this. As Mark knows, I wasn't happy about how these decisions were made, and that is why I made that motion. I understand there's a cost of living increase. Mark's doing quite well. That, I don't think he needs the cost of living increase. You get a cost of living increase when you keep us informed, and as he knows, he did not keep us informed on these types of things. As far as listening to comments about people looking in the mirror, I don't know what mirror Commissioner Kulias is looking at, but I have not brought up anything. Everything I've said is in to retaliate or to return fire from what I've been getting. If he wants to drop this, I'm dropping it. I don't want to ever have any mouth-to-mouth with anybody. But I took a whole lot of lip from the beginning to the middle, and it just doesn't stop. And every single meeting, we get another little jab. And, then he sits there and says, we all need to get along. So be the man. Let's see that you don't throw those jabs. The information you keep asking me about is not in your purview. So bottom line.
Okay. If there's nothing else, meeting adjourned at 6:42.
We have CRA. We still have CRA.
We've got the special session.
For CRA.
Yeah, don't go anywhere. I call to order the special session of the Board of Directors of the Downtown Tarpon Springs Community Redevelopment Agency on Wednesday, September 20th, 2023 at 6:42 p.m. Roll call, please.
Chair Vaticius?
Here.
Vice Chair Lunt?
Here.
Commissioner Eisner?
Here.
Commissioner Kulyas?
Here.
Commissioner Kulianis?
Here.
Okay. Ms. Jacobs, if you can read item 1, Resolution 2023-03.
This is CRA Resolution 2023-03, a resolution of the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, adopting the final budget for fiscal year 2023-24. Whereas a public hearing was held on September 20th, 23 at 6:30 p.m. to adopt the final budget. Now therefore be it resolved by the Community Redevelopment Agency of the City of Tarpon Springs, Florida, that Section 1, the Community Redevelopment Agency's annual budget for fiscal year 2023-24 is hereby finally adopted. Section 2, the city staff is hereby directed to notify all pertinent governmental agencies of the provisions hereof as required by law. That is the reading of CRA Resolution 2023-03 in its entirety.
Mr. Herring.
Yes, the final CRA budget for fiscal year 2024 is $890,430, an increase of $104,697, or 13% over the adopted budget for fiscal year 2023. The increase is due to taxable values increasing 11%, which is being put towards CRA projects, and that is a required reading for the CRA budget.
Comments on agenda item 1, Resolution 2023-03. I have a motion to approve in a second.
So moved.
Is there a
Motion
second?
to approve?
Second. Commissioner
second.
Eisner made the motion. Would you like a
second.
second? If there's no further comments, roll call, please.
Commissioner Kulianis?
Yes.
Commissioner Kulyas?
Yes.
Commissioner Eisner?
Yes.
Vice Chair Lunt?
Yes.
Chair Vaticius?
Yes. If there's no commission comments, meeting adjourned at 6:44.